Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. I'm not going to keep you too long because we have a lot to look at. This is going to be an absolute monster of a TTM video. How big is it? Cookie Monster. No. Even bigger than Cookie Monster. It will be my biggest TTM video ever. So strap in, boys and girls. It's going to get crazy. Let's go ahead and get started. But also, I'm going to keep track of some of my cards because I'm still doing the Pure Collector card challenge. So I actually made it to the second round somehow. And so I will be counting all cards that come in from the 90s and from the 2000s. But I don't think I got any from the 2000s. But let's see how I did. This is going to be crazy. 16 days, 2 of 2, answer to question. It is Jim Schaefer. Jim Schaefer. That's a really good looking autograph. I like these cards a lot. I've always loved Top Stadium Club. So thank you, Mr. Schaefer. That's also 2 points for this guy. Next up, 8 days. Only 8 days. 2 of 2. Did not answer a question. It is Mr. Bill Sampin. Got a duplicate. That's awesome. These are 90s, so that is 2 more points. Next up, 19 days. 6 of 4. Did not answer a question, but threw in 2 extras. So I was not expecting that. It's Mr. Pete O'Brien, who is just a solid signer. I sent him this one, 2, 3, 4, and he threw in a couple of Rangers. So very awesome. Maybe he knew I was a Rangers fan, but I only sent him these Mariners cards. So 6 autographs. I get to count 4 for my challenge. Next, 24 days. See, 2 of 2 did answer questions. Travis Mays. So 2 more for the 90 set. This one is inscribed. This one is not, but I am so glad to have those. 2 more. That takes us to 10 points. 10 points already, and I still have a massive stack to go through. 19 days, 2 of 2. Did not answer a question. Dan Shanes, 2 more points. Awesome on that Stadium Club set. I'm doing pretty good. I'm filling that one up. Okay, this one I'm super excited about. This one's going to go front and center. 186 days. I was really nervous. I actually mentioned in my last video I was nervous I wasn't going to get this card back. 3 of 3. Did not answer a question. But it is Mr. Here it is. Mr. Irvin right here. This is Ernie Irvin, part of the Irvin family. So you're like, well, why were you nervous about those? I wasn't. I was nervous about this next one, which has Ernie Irvin, Jeff Bodine, and Troy Martin on this sweet triple autograph car wreck. So that's, I think this should just count as one autograph, even though I got 3 on it. But 3 here because these are both 90s. So 3 points total. Super excited about this one. I actually left myself a note on the back because I'll later look at this and go, who is that? So it's always good to leave yourself notes. And I'll just throw that card around a little bit. I'll put that one front and center. I think that's, I don't know if that's going to be my favorite, but it probably will be this week. Next up, 9 days, 2 of 2, did not answer a question. It is Mr. Tom Drees. 2 more points for my 90s. So this is actually, you're like, whoa, Justin, how'd you get so many back? This is actually like a week and a half because the family and I have been, the kiddos off of school this week, so we took some time and went to visit the grandparents. Next up, 20 days, 3 of 3, did answer your question. I told him to keep some dupes. He didn't. He was just like, oh, no, you can have them. Mark Kelso. Thank you, Mr. Kelso. And he was really nice in his Q&A as well. And, I'm so far behind on getting all those wrapped up, but I will get my Q&A videos together. By the way, that puts me at 20 points so far. Next up, 19 days, 4 of 4. I asked for an inscription. He did not give me an inscription, but he did answer a question. That's another one where I told Mr. Hogue, go ahead and keep the dupes if you'd like. He didn't. He just signed all 4. Very nice of you. 4 points. Next up, I have Red Sox, first-round draft pick, J.J. Johnson. 1 of 1, 38 days, did not answer questions. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next, I have an RTS from Wendell Davis. Opened up the envelope and just sent it back to me in my Sassy. So I don't know what's up with that. So I don't know if he's not requiring a donation or what's going on there. So, but little disappointed because I never send just blindly. I always send to ones where I've seen hits. But oh well. Next up, 33 days, 1 of 1. I did make a $5 donation to a food pantry in his name. And that's what he asked everybody to do. In fact, he still sent me a thank you for his support. And this is who he's supporting, the Westchester Food Cupboard. I knew that he did that, so I actually made my donation before I sent him the card, and I told him I did. So I don't know if he reads the letters or he would have seen that I already made that donation, or if that's just standard, and that's fine too. He did not answer a question, but I'm super glad to have this one back. This is obviously 2022 and will not count towards my challenge, but super cool card to have. Next up, 17 days, 2 of 3. He did keep one, which is a bummer. So maybe just ended up in somebody else's envelope. That happens. Mike Brown, one of them is inscribed and one of them isn't, but 2 points for the challenge. That takes me to 16 points if you're playing along at home. But don't worry, I got a lot more. This is going to be crazy. 28 days, 4 of 4. Did not answer a question. It is Mr. Jim Clancy. I'm going to get 2 points for these 90s. Nothing for the 80s except for sweet cards. I really like that one. That look awesome. Oops, I got Butterfingers today. Thank you, Mr. Clancy. 2 more points for the challenge. All right, next up, 18 days, 2 of 2 did answer a question. It is Pat, is it Leahy? He's kicker with the Jets, Jets. Very nice. I love it. I just always really enjoy it when they answer the questions, and I can't wait to put that together for you. And I know I always say, he answered a question or he didn't answer a question. You're like, what? Tell us what it is. I will. 15 days, 4 of 4 did answer questions. See? Mike Eichhorn, 1, 2, 80s. So I'll get 2 points from Mike. Thank you so much. Next up, 2 of 3, kept 1. Actually got this one back today. Did not answer your question. It is Eric Pegram. He's the thickie. But 2 more 90s cards. That's 2 more points. All right, next up, 24 days, 3 of 3. Did not answer a question. It is Mr. Rod Higgins. He's got an interesting autograph. He's got these dots up here that are supposed to be his eyes. Didn't do it on this one, although it's really hard to see, but pretty plain to see on this one. Just these little eyes. I think that's what it is for the Higgins. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. But look, I love it the way this turned out, though. This is a really good pen. So awesome. 3 points there. Super disappointed about this one. I saw somebody else get Rasil back, and this is my second Atlanta Brave that came back unsigned. So he didn't open or anything. It just came back from the Braves. So maybe they're not doing fan mail because they got into the postseason. I don't know what's going on, but I was pretty bummed because I'm working on that 23 set. I just love it so much, but I have not had very much success with it yet. Next, 45 days, 3 of 3, did not answer a question, is Mr. Kenny Gatson. Mr. Kenny Gatson. 3 points. And that takes us to 10, 20, 30, 40 points so far. I feel like that should be pretty good. Oh, no. I didn't write this one down. I don't have the stats for this one. It's Burn Smith. I know I only sent 3. I didn't put the days down, but it's probably crud. I don't remember how many days, but he did answer some questions too. I do remember reading those. So, but that's 3 points. Super sweet. Next up, 21 days. 2 of 2 did not answer a question. Mr. Randy Whitman. 2 more points from Mr. Whitman. Thank you, sir. All right. Next up, 10 days. 2 of 2 did answer a question. It is Mr. Zane Smith. Very fun. Thank you, Mr. Smith. That's 2 points. Next, we have 11 days, 2 of 2. I asked for an inscription, which he did not give, and that's okay. And he didn't answer a question either. It is what it is. Eddie Murray, very cool. 2 points. I love this pro set. I've been working on filling a bunch of those as well. Next up, 28 days, 2 of 2 did not answer a question. As Larry, I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not going to try. But 2 more points. Very cool from the Bucks. All right, next up, 46 days, 2 of 2 did not answer a question. It is Mr. Andrew Bailey. I love these heritage cards. They're a little just thicker. They feel like real cardboard. They feel like real cards. I think these turned out really nice. These are from 2012, if I remember right, so they won't count for my challenge, but they are pretty sweet. Next up, 19 days, 4 of 4 did answer a question. It is Mr. Chris Carpenter. Just love these so much. You know what it is? I have so many duplicates from these sets that I send out the duplicates because I'm a set builder. But anyway, sorry, 4 points for that one. Almost done. Thank you for sticking with me. 19 days, 4 of 4 did answer a question. Frank DePino, and actually had a really good question. I asked him about how he did so well facing Tony Gwynn. If you look him up, he had like the best pitching against Tony Gwynn of anybody. So pretty interesting. 4 points right there, Mr. DePino. He is a fantastic TTM signer, by the way. And my very last one, 28 days, 1 of 1, did not answer a question. Mr. Rick, I think it's Shoe. On the Angels. And actually, that's interesting. That takes me to a perfectly rounded number. Let's see, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 points for a week and a half. Not bad, not bad. I certainly did not get any TTMs out while I was hanging out with the grandparents. You got to set your priorities, and grandparents are at the top of mine. So, but I really had a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed my little video. I mean, although there are some really great centers, getting my first triple autograph back is at the top of my list. I just think that's super cool. Anyway, thanks everybody for checking it out. If you want to comment down below on what your favorite one was, I always love to read those. And thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Y'all take care. Bye.